Are you an American citizen?
I am.
Well, Trump is your president then.
No, he's not.
No, he is. You think that something's going to happen to prevent him from getting in office?
I'm a woman and a sexually assaulted woman, so that's
Who is he sexually assaulted?
Woman.
Who?
The 10 women he was on trial.
Name one.
What do you mean name?
They dropped their cases.
She's sexually assaulted by someone who's 16 years old.
Excuse me? I'll talk to you then. I'm sorry, sir. Can I talk to her?
We're going to keep our distance.
Who are you? So can I talk to her? All right, fine. You're fine. All right, let's talk to this guy. Hate won't make us great. Does Donald Trump hate people?
No, but I think that he...
Yes, he does.
Who does he hate?
I mean,
Donald Trump's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything.
for being retarded on live television.
No, that's a mainstream media lie.
No, I can show you a video.
Yeah, we've all seen the video,
You've seen
buddy.
the video of him waving his hand.
We've seen the video.
Yeah, no, you need to see it again.
I've seen it
let's see
plenty
it.
of times, but you can show me.
I mean, you just want to
You're
listen
like
to
a
yourself
parrot,
talk.
though. You just say the
all
same
you
thing
do-
over and
that's
over
what
about
you're
Donald
doing.
Trump.
That's
No,
what
no,
you're
I'm
doing,
trying to have a
Mr. Breitbart.
conversation right now.
No, you're not. You're
Yeah,
talking over me.
Okay, show me your video that shows Donald Trump making fun of retarded people somehow. See, you know what your problem is? You're so sensitive, you can't handle someone just
I'm
being
sorry,
real,
I'm not
living
done
in the
talking.
moment, you know?
Yeah.
You weren't talking.
All
though.
your
Sensitivity is strength.
Huh?
You need to back down.
I'm fine, thank you, ma'am. It's a free speech. You guys are out here executing your free
It's a
speech.
free speech.
I'm out here executing my free speech. And I disagree with your guys' protest. So I'm going to go ahead and stand my ground. And I'm going to stand up for Donald Trump because I think that unfortunately, all of these people out here have been brainwashed by the mainstream media to believe lies about Donald Trump because unfortunately what people don't understand is that there is a global initiative to bring in a one world government. The only reason the mainstream media hates Donald Trump is because he's stopping that initiative. He's keeping America out of the New World Order. What's this sign say? Let's see her sign.
Think about lizard people.
Lizard people, nice point.
Talk about
I work for the Illuminati.
No human is being
joined
illegal.
last
Hey, can I go to Mexico and vote in the Mexican election?
Are you a human being?
Can I vote for the Mexican president?
Do you have value as a human being?
Of course,
Yes, yes, I
everyone
do.
does.
Do you
Yes.
have how do you exercise that power?
I'm
as
out here talking to
value?
you right now.
Wonderful. And I'm
So can I
recognizing
vote for the Mexican president?
How does that relate to this thing?
Because your sign is insinuating that immigrants coming here illegally is a humanitarian issue. Am I right? Is that what your sign is saying? So I'm asking you, can I walk to Mexico and vote for the Mexican president?
I don't think that question.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to something.
Well, you've got people coming to America that aren't American citizens that are getting welfare money and they're voting in our election. No, I was born here. I'm a
People
citizen.
who stole this country.
Stole this country.
Yeah.
You don't even know about my family.
You have no evidence of that.
Jesus would control the border.
You
Everybody who
I'm
lives
a
here now
clown.
is living
How am I a
here
clown?
Because you think that illegals voted that election.
Okay, well they
There's
did.
no evidence.
What about?
No, the people who say that 9/11 was an inside job now say that illegals voted that election. That's the only evidence you have. That makes you.
So
an idiot.
even though there's been
No evidence.
hold on. So even though there's been legislation passed in certain cities to get illegals to vote, it doesn't exist.
Oh, you're making that up. You're an idiot.
I'm making that up.
You're
All
dumb.
right.
Let's talk about
Thank
this.
you. Okay, go ahead.
The human rights issue
Sure.
is about if you're talking about building a wall, if you're talking about sending armed more security forces, militarizing the border in a context where human beings are coming across the border for economic reasons. We're not talking about people
I hear what
really
you're saying.
desiring to come here.
Well,
and vote.
to be honest with you,
It's about economics. It's about people.
I agree. And personally, personally, I'm not really a big fan of the wall.
And it's the
I agree.
rigor is we have
But-
every right to shoot people.
But don't you think that there needs to be? But don't you think there needs to be law and order though? No, that's not true.
The rhetoric
No,
is
that's not the
you don't have
rhetoric.
power as a
No,
human
no,
being,
no,
you
no.
have power as a citizen.
But hold on,
And
if you're a
losing that.
citizen,
We're losing that because we are saying essentially you don't even have the power as a
let me
citizen. You
counterpoint
have
real quick.
power
Let me
as
counterpoint.
a consumer.
Are you an American
So
citizen?
vote with your dollars.
Are you an
because
American
you
citizen?
Don't actually have.
Are you an American citizen?
Depending on who recognizes your status.
Are you an
who
American
recognizes
citizen?
you
Are
as
you an American citizen?
Documented or undocumented.
Are you an American citizen?
When all of your
Why
rights
can't you, there's
have
no
been-
such thing.
Yeah.
So you're not an American
When all
citizen?
of
Don't you understand though? You're an American citizen, you pay taxes, and you vote in the election, right? When you have people that come here that aren't citizens, they're taking your tax dollars and they're demeaning your vote by voting in the election. Don't you understand how that demeans your vote?
No, I don't think it demeans that vote, and I don't think that's
So if you vote,
So that
Because-
let's say that
No,
you
that's
vote
not
for
the
Hillary
issue.
Clinton
It's
and
not
10
The
Mexicans
issue
vote
is
for
not
Donald
about-
Trump. Does that not demean
You're
your
not,
vote?
when you're talking about votes, you're not talking about human dignity and human value.
But that's a human right.
Is voting
In a republic,
human right?
in a
In
democratic
America, yeah.
republic, yeah. Absolutely.
When people are talking about
You don't think it's a right?
the militarization of the
You
border,
realize that
Part
in
of our
some countries you
constitution
can't
is the right
vote.
to vote. That's part of our.
militarization of the border is not about voting.
I'll agree with
It's
that.
about
No, I'll agree with that.
controlling,
No, I'll agree
and
with
it's
that.
about economics. And if you don't recognize that human lives are being lost, that certain lives are
Okay,
being
what about the human lives
We're
that are
saying
lost by
certain-
people that cross the border illegally and then murder Americans?
I mean,
No,
where's
taking
that
human
even-
life
what
is not
statistics
good
do you have
in
that-
any-
Dude, I'm done with you. This woman is actually having an intelligent conversation. I'm done with you.
Okay, so you're just like Trump. Do you understand?
I
You're
wish
just
I had
like
as
Trump.
much money as Trump.
Well,
But
I
no,
mean,
I'm not.
All of his businesses have gone bankrupt, or at least most, all of them. Yeah, he's dead.
All
broke.
of
He's
his
dead broke.
businesses
He
have
is
gone
broke.
bankrupt. He's broke.
He's
He's
really not
broke.
that
Dude, you're a joke, man. All right, hey, you're honestly a
We're
sweetheart.
all jokes here.
No,
because
you're a sweetheart.
what's going-
This
No,
is
no,
democracy.
seriously.
No.
This is real. This is
Sweetheart.
conversation. All right, fine. What do you want? She's a deplorable then. All right, you guys are great.
Go
Cunt.
on.
Do you understand?
What am I?
You're a little pussy bitch.
Oh, say it again.
Little pussy
Oh, I can't
bitch.
take it. Come on.
Well, folks, it's 8 p.m. here Eastern Time in Cincinnati, Ohio. Pretty much most of the Trump protesters have dispersed. Everybody is inside of the Trump event right now. And finally, there seems to be some calmness out here in what was a crazy scene. Now, tell me, what did you witness out here, Glenn? You were here the whole time. You were talking about your experience. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of fear, a lot of, I would say, hatred, tension, anger. Definitely think the country is very divided, more so than I've ever seen it before. I don't think anyone wants to understand each other's point of view either, sadly.
Had you ever been to a Trump event like this and experienced this before?
I actually, when he came here back in early October, he did a rally here, and I did the same thing. I just came down to scope it out, see what's going on, just to get a vibe for where everyone is, how many people are down here.
How would you compare it? When was that event?
I think it was like early October.
Okay, so not too long ago.
No.
Okay, so but would you say though, even in the month or two that's passed since then, what was there a difference? Did it feel the same?
Yeah, it seems like the protesters were much smaller then. They took up about a street corner back then, right down under the bridge there. Not as much back and forth at that point. This was much more confrontational, louder, more people, and the rhetoric seems to have changed a lot.
So as just somebody who was just observing the whole thing, do you think there's any positivity coming out of it?
It's hard to see any positivity, really. It's a very ugly scene, and some of the things I've seen and heard, I don't know, man. It seems like it's a wounded country. I don't know. I don't see much positivity, though. I gotta be honest.
I'd have to agree with that. It's definitely been wounded. It's definitely been divided, and we just have to make sure we don't get conquered. And I feel like, unfortunately, some people think that that's what Donald Trump is, the conquering of this country. But you know, I don't know if you think, I don't know what your politics are, Glenn. You're just, to me, a neutral observer.
Yeah.
But even myself, as somebody who came here to support Donald Trump, I was engaged in what he was talking about. I was just as guilty. But you know, I realize that we need to be open to other people's ideas. And I realize that we need to have open minds and open hearts, and that's how we can come together. And I think that the mainstream media is to blame for this. I don't mean to put you on the spot, Glenn, but what are your thoughts on that?
I think so, because when you look at the coverage, they clearly want their stories and they want their ratings. So they're going to make it as hysterical as possible to get people to be afraid, because when you're afraid, you're going to rely on the news more and tune in more. So I think they want to stir it up and they want it to be as emotional as possible, and I think that emotion is causing, fear, hate, all these things. I definitely think they had to take a lot of blame in this, for sure.
Thank you, Glenn.
Sure thing.
And I will say that as someone who has now witnessed and experienced the stance that I've taken coming to these things fail, I realize it's time for me to change my stance. I don't know what I got to do to be effective out here and to try to unite people. Ultimately, that's what we want to do, right? But I would also encourage the protesters to change their stance too. This has got to be a two-way street, folks. We've got to do something that can bring us together. We've got to find something that can unite us. I don't know, coming out here and protesting Trump isn't going to work. me coming out here and standing up for Trump in the face of the protesters isn't going to work. It's just going to make things more difficult. It's just going to wound this country more. So I don't know what the answer is. I'm going to take a look at myself and try to change my stance when I approach these events. I don't know what the protesters can do. I don't know if they want to change their stance. I don't know if they want to unite with us. But that's our goal, because I do want to make America great again. I realize that's not Donald Trump's job. That's our job. And if Donald Trump can sit in there and speak all day long, he can say whatever he wants. He could sound exactly like Hitler, or he could sound exactly like George Washington. He could sound like Jesus. He could sound like the devil. It doesn't matter. If we're out here fighting with one another, we're never going to heal this country, okay? So I don't know what the answer is, but I'm going to really take it to heart to think about how we can quell the hatred towards one another based on political beliefs and try to find the similar love that these humans out here have, because we are humans at the end of the day, and we all want the same thing, I'm guessing, at the end of the day. So we need to find a way to unite on that, regardless of who's president. If we're going to heal this country, that's what we have to do. This is Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com.